Joining us now in Studio B, as promised just moments ago by Jason Shepard, is the head baseball coach, Mike Littlewood. Mike, welcome back to the show, man.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate you having me after a 4-7 start. That's nice. Instead of saying, wait till you're 500 at least, and then you can come in. So.
Yeah, you've got to earn your way in.
Yeah.
Listen, we were just talking during the break. I've got my BYU baseball watch on. Shep's got his BYU baseball T-shirt. You're obviously the baseball coach. We're trying to ramp this thing up karma-wise.
Love it. Yeah, I love it.
To help you guys get going.
Well, I got my BYU baseball shirt on.
Yeah, okay. Now, specifically for Jason, we would like to give some of the karma to him, too, because he's throwing out the first pitch tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, now, Coach.
Clear the stands.
No, this is a serious question I am about to ask you. As soon as I'm off the air for this show today, I would love the opportunity to come over and practice throwing off the mound. Are you okay if I immediately come over to the ballpark?
I'm good with that.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Because
we'll put a mat up on the mound and get somebody out there to help catch.
I cannot mess this up. I like you guys too much. I am around you far too much to not have a good showing.
You would wear it. If it's
because
not a
I
good
will
throw,
hear about it
you will wear
forever.
It. Yeah, no doubt.
Also, we're going to have cameras rolling, and we're going to do a pre-throw interview and a post-throw interview. So
I'm serious. I'm coming over as soon as I'm off the show. I'm coming over.
We'll get you loose. We'll get you ready to go.
Right. Very good. You've been given the clearance from the head coach, Jason.
Thank you.
Now you better really not mess it up.
I know, seriously,
man.
seriously.
If you're going to practice from the mound,
No,
it's
honestly,
got to happen.
Yeah, I was telling him I had my 14-year-old son when I got back from the baseball game last night at like 9:30. It's pitch black. I told my son, "Get your glove. We're going to the backyard." And I'm like measuring it out.
60 feet, 6 inches. You going to go all the way to the mound, or are you going to kind of cheat it and come down lower?
I don't know.
I would go to the mound if I were you. If you don't want to take it from the team.
Okay, all right. Then I'm going to the mound.
Yeah, you got
I'll
to
be
go
on
to
the mound. That's
Yeah.
it.
Go to the rubber.
Okay.
You're the Peter Gammons of BYU baseball. You need
true.
to go to the mound, Jason.
All right.
You
Tim Kirkland.
Mike Littlewood, head baseball coach, with us in Studio B. Obviously, you never like to lose. Tough loss last night, 10-8 against a good UC Santa Barbara baseball program. And it's kind of been this theme of right there, but not quite all season. So, I mean, how would you assess the first 11 games for BYU baseball?
Well, just like you did. We've lost 7 tough games, and it's time that we stop saying that we're close. And, hey, we really battled today. And I told the team, I kind of got into them a little bit last night, that I don't feel like we compete as a team for 9 innings. I just feel like we take pitches off, at-bats off, maybe an inning or 2 off. You'll see games where the second, third, and fourth, they just go boom, 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 and we haven't been productive at all on the pitching side or the offensive side. And, that ends up kind of – last night we throw the ball around a little bit, which doesn't – it's not really how we play. I mean, we're usually pretty solid that way. And so you add those things up, just the small things, and they end up being a big thing, and it ends up turning into a 1 or 2 run loss. But what I love is the potential and where we're at. What you hate is the worst thing in sports is to say you're an underachieving team. And right now, that's what we are. We're underachieving many individuals and as a whole, but they're mature guys, they're older guys, they're going to turn it around, but it's going to have to be them. You know, I told them I'm hoping we finish this year like we started last year, and that's our potential for sure to win the West Coast Conference. I mean, we have a team that's built to do that.
Because of the success of last year, do you think that the team is feeling more pressure this year because the start has not been the same?
Yeah, I've never really thought about that until now. I mean, I think maybe that there's a little bit of that. I think losing Brennan Lund and Eric Urey and Hayden Nielsen from last year, and obviously Mike Rucker was big for us, but those guys brought a certain energy that they just wouldn't allow anyone else on the team to not play up to expectation. And right now we're just cruising a little bit. You know, Tanner Chauncey, Brennan Anderson, and Bronson Larson are our captains, and frankly, it's time for those guys to step up and kind of take charge of this team and get us rolling a little bit. Because Coach always talks to you. You know, the coaches always try to pump you up and get you going. And you've mentioned before, our energy's great at practice. I mean, there's nothing negative about the energy or whatever, but you can't just that's all like talk. You know, it's all talk. What matters is when you go on the field and how hard you compete. Man, we can do a better job of that.
What is your team doing well right now?
You know, if you talk, like for me, I'm probably more of a cynic than just as a person, and so I would say nothing really well. We are, you know, offensively, we're doing a good job offensively, just like last year of putting pressure on opposing teams. We did a nice job against Noah Davis, their starter last night, who's a really good pitcher, pitched in the World Series. I mean, he's a quality pitcher, and we chased him in the 6th or 7th and did a nice job, and we put up 7 runs last night. What I was disappointed in last night was our relief pitching, and really Maverick Buffo didn't. In 3 starts, he has not been able to kind of lock in his command and throw his fastball, curveball, or change where he wants to, and that's really hurt him. So he ends up having to throw the ball down the middle a little bit more when he gets behind in counts, and teams like Santa Barbara will just make you pay for that, and we saw it last night. So what we're doing well, we're coming out every day ready to play. We don't have to prod them to get ready to play. They're playing with energy, but I think we just need to lock in and focus up just a little bit more on all the little parts of the game.
You and I have talked a lot about the play of Brock Hale, who's the starting right fielder, and boy, does he continue to shine, leading the team in batting average at .395. He's tied for the home run lead with 3, hit another one yesterday to get you on the board in that 2nd inning. How much of his performance did you expect?
Well, it's funny. Last year, if you remember, when Kyle's injury came about, we put Brock in first. He got the first opportunity. And he had a couple anxious at-bats. He just got off a mission, hadn't been in that role, was swinging at some pitches out of the zone, and I just didn't like the feel of his at-bats. I knew his potential. We all knew his potential because he's like a 5-tool player. I mean, he can do it all. So we put Keaton Kringland in there, and the history is written.
West Coast Conference Freshman of the Year.
He just took off and never looked back, and so Brock really didn't get another chance because the other outfielders were Brennan Lund and Eric Urey. So Keaton got it. He went, but I'd always want to talk about Brock last year, and people go, well, what about Keaton, and which is understandable. So we knew what Brock could do. He's been our most consistent hitter. He started in the 6th hole, and now he's moved up to the cleanup spot. He's a guy who doesn't overthink things. See the ball, hit the ball, run to second base, I mean, he keeps it that simple. And so we knew his potential, and he's living up to expectations and probably a little bit more.
How would you assess your pitching rotation right now? I know that in the early part of the season, there's always some finagling, and you kind of maneuver some things around just to get it set before you really start and get into conference play. But what's the pitching rotation like right now? Well,
Maverick's been starting our first game, and he needs to clean things up and be the starter he can be that first guy, kind of like Ruck was last year. Brady Corliss has been our best guy. I mean, he's got a 1.89 ERA.
And he goes today.
He goes today in game 1, 7-inning game at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. But he's exceeded expectations. I mean, I'm really proud of Brady, the way he had to sit out last year with some academic issues. He's got himself back on track. He's gotten married in the last year. It's been a big year for him. And I was hoping baseball was still a priority for him, and it's evident that it is. He's done a great job. Hayden Rogers, lefty, who got hurt last year, one of our many, many pitchers that got hurt, is back. He'll start game 2 today. And then Kendall Moats, who was also hurt, had some bone chips taken out of his shoulder or elbow last year. He'll start tomorrow. And so, Kendall's an 80, 87, 89 guy, a couple pitches for strikes. Command is sometimes his issue. And as a hobby, he likes to code. He likes to write apps. And so that's kind of a nice little thing. So once in a while, you might see him in the dugout behind the garbage can, like trying to code some stuff. And so, but yeah, I feel good about that. Connor Williams, we put him in relief the other day, and he was 94, 95, totally different than his start. And Bakersfield did not have a chance to even foul a ball off. He was outstanding. So Jordan Woods coming back from injury. So we like it. Maybe we're 90% in the pen, but overall, our pen guys need to come in and compete. Just say, here it is, hit it, throw quality strikes, and let our defense work. And I think that's kind of the mindset we need to take.
Hitting or pitching a bigger concern right now?
Timely hitting. Timely hitting, I think, is one of the concerns. And then obviously pitching. It's all about pitching at this level, in the big leagues, in high school, and little league. It's all about pitching. If you get guys out, you got a good chance to win. So my concerns are probably in many areas, but once we get that key hit or two, we're going to be good to go.
All right. One last thing before you go. I want you to put these on. I want you to put the blue goggles on.
Thank you so much.
Give you the full measure of the BYU Sports Nation karma.
I was just hoping for this.
Doesn't the world look better through those, Mike?
Yeah. Are they rose? No, they're blue.
They're blue goggles.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I see some big wins against UC Santa Barbara. With
I feel it. Thanks, guys.
You've never looked better, and that's saying something because you.
Oh, well, I feel better. That's the thing.
You got the swag, man.
I want to see you take a screenshot of that and make that your Twitter photograph.
Thanks for dressing up for me today, by the way, Shep. That's nice of you. Coach Littlewood's coming on. Let's dress up.
Bring in the heat.
I'm wearing the team issue baseball
Bringing the
shirt.
heat. Yes, love it. Mike, we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks
All
for
right,
the
guys.
time, man.
Thanks.